All right, so let's tackle one of the most commonly asked questions related to perfumes, which is what's layering and what are some of the best layering combos? You know who you are. You've been asking for it for a while. Let's go. Layering is very simple. All right, let's not overcomplicate it. You take one, you take another, you put them on top of each other. Simple. But there is an art to layering that you need to at least know the basics. Because a lot of times what people end up doing is they end up layering the wrong types of notes together. And ultimately what that leads to is confusion. You don't want confusion, you want fusion. That was good, no? Hey, I know. I'm a poet. So the way I'm gonna break this down is we're first gonna discuss what are the different types of layering combos you can look into. Then we're gonna go through some examples and I'm gonna show you some of the ones that have worked really well with me. And this doesn't mean that these are the only combinations that you can use. No, it's just to show you what variations and combinations and notes and all that have worked for me. And if you have the same fragrances, you can try them out for yourselves, or you can experiment with stuff that are similar. So let's start off with the basics. So what you have in front of you are 4 different notes. Let's categorize them that way. Note families. You have something that's heavier, denser, richer. You have more of that suede with baby cat. You have that vanilla with baby cat. So it's a bit denser and richer. Then you have Power Self by Initio, which is muskier, right? It's muskier, it's clean, it's fresh. So you have that. You have Senses by Qasida. And this is fresh, rosy, floral, just uplifting. Then you have something like Aqua Media Forte by MFK, which is fresh, green, citrusy. Now, what each of these represent, now imagine what a fragrance pyramid looks like. You have your top notes, your middle notes, and your base notes, right? This is how we're gonna try and maneuver around these. You with me so far? All right. So what you want to do first when attempting to layer is find what's going to be your base layer. Your base layer is going to be the heavier one. So like we talked about, you're not going to start here. You're going to start somewhere here or here. So these two are most likely going to be your base. Something like Baby Cat is going to be a heavy, rich, vanillic type of base, which then you're going to need something lighter and airier than this to make it work. If you're using something like Power Self, then you're gonna, again, need something that's lighter than this to make it work. Now let me make one thing clear. Mixing heavy and heavy together doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means you need to pick the right ones. And we'll get into that in a minute. So now that we have understood this to a degree, let's get into some examples and everything will become a lot clearer. All right, let's go with one of my latest layering combos, and it's become one of my favorites. So you have Tuxedo by YSL, and you have Rose Santifolia by Maison Crivelli. So, like we discussed, this is going to be your darker, richer, heavier scent, which Tuxedo is. It has patchouli, vanilla, and it's just, heavier. Then you have Rose Santifolia, which is a very light, airy, dewy, photorealistic rose. And what this actually does is when you spray this first, let's say you have 3 to 4 sprays of this and 2 to 3 sprays of this. What happens is this becomes lighter. Imagine if all the molecules of this are stuck together like this, the rose will go in between it and just make it separate. It feels airier. And then the rose adds a characteristic that supports the richness of this, and it becomes incredible. Now, this is just one example of heavy and light. Let's go in a different direction. Let's talk about something musky and floral. Here we have Purity by Qasida, and here we have Senses by Qasida. This is a floral musky scent. It's not dry, but it's a dry, musky floral. This, on the other hand, is a fresh rose. What you're going to do is you're going to layer the musk base, because musk is heavier, and musk, if you look at a fragrance pyramid, is usually a base note. So you're going to have this as your base, and you're going to have this that's going to give it that lift. They're going to work together because musk and florals go hand in hand. This already has white florals in it, and with the rose of this combined, you can't go wrong. Now, these are relatively two light things that we are looking at. Now, let's look at two fragrances that I would say are bases. You have Power Self by Initio, and you have Atomic Rose. Atomic Rose, unlike the other roses that we've looked at, is a dense rose. This is heavier. This is lighter, right? It has musk, but it also has florals in there, lighter florals, whiter florals. This is a dense rose. So what you would do is you would spray this, and let's say you have 5-6 sprays of Atomic Rose, which will sit relatively close to your skin. And then you would have 2 or 3 sprays of this. And trust me, these two work magic together. Now, let's go on to the fresher side of things a little bit. I have 3 options here. I have Sunkissed by Aromatics, I have Aquamedia Forte by MFK, and I have Panthea Iris by Steven Humbert Lucas. So let's put this aside for a second with Deadpool here. Sup, bruv? Panthea Iris is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful iris fragrance, but it's got a bit of a powderiness and sweetness to it. This is a very light and refreshing tea citrus scent. So you're going to take the sweeter, more powdery iris that sits closer to the skin, and you're going to layer it with this. Let's say you have 5-6 sprays of Panthea Iris. You're going to need 2-3 sprays of this only. Because don't forget, stuff like this are not meant to last. Citruses, these aromatic, fresh summer scents, they're not going to last as long because they have it's the nature of the materials that are used. You have citruses, you have teas. These are things that evaporate quite quickly. That's why you need something for it to stick to. It'll be like a carrier. But the combination of these two, the aromatics and citruses in this and the powdery iris in this, work beautifully together. Now let's say you don't like iris. Fair enough. Take it out. Take it out. Now let's bring this guy back. Sunkissed is a beautiful, beautiful summer scent. It's like a luxury hotel in a bottle, okay? We have this, which is a lot sweeter than this. This is dry. This, what I always wanted with this was a little bit more of a sharper citrus. So I take this, which is naturally sweeter, and then you layer it with this, which is naturally drier and has that more crisp citrus in there. And the combination of these two is outstanding. All right? So those are the freshies. Now to one of my all-time favorite layering combinations, which goes against what I said from the beginning, which was you don't want to stack heavy on heavy. Forget what I said to a degree. Baby Cat is very heavy. We established this. It's very heavy. You have that suede, vanilla, it's heavier. We also established that Tuxedo is heavy, but there's a difference. Tuxedo has rose in it, and it's lighter. As a fragrance, it's lighter than Tuxedo. Yes, it's still heavy. When you spray these together, the vanillas kind of mesh into one. The smokiness remains from Baby Cat, and the rose in this mixes with the smokiness and the vanilla of both of them. And it's an unbeatable combo. These two together is a cheat code. Phenomenal. Look, ultimately, layering is experimental. It's trial and error. What I've hoped to accomplish by the end of this video is that you have the tools to make sure that your trial and error process leads to much more successes and better combinations than you would have otherwise. Comment down below what's your favorite layering combination. It can be as outlandish as you'd like.